Welcome to Gainesville, Florida, the site for a midweek matchup in the Sunshine State as the number 9 Florida Gators get set to take on the Dolphins of Jacksonville. Florida dominant in this series all time. 11 shutouts, 7 run rule victories in the history between those two in Florida. Looking for another one of those tonight. Welcome in, everybody. Ryan Urquhart, Francesca Anea. And Francesca, when you take a look at this game, Florida has a lot of big-time opponents coming up this weekend in the Mary Nutter Classic. Focus may be a storyline tonight for Florida. What do the Gators need to accomplish? This is Hannah Roberts, just under 300 in that average. She's gone yard once this year. Soft liner, one hops to Reynoso. There's one. And off the bat, couldn't get the tag. But there's 2 outs in the inning.
I love the guts from Lugo. She went back-to-back changeup. She was able to get this easy, soft grounder over to Reynoso, but the bad throw from Adams, unable to transfer it smoothly, didn't allow for the double play, but still being able to get that lead runner out is big.
And not hitting that throw is a rarity for this Gator infield. That's one of the best you'll find in the country. Here's the cleanup hitter, Madison Kennedy, hitting .412 so far this season. Lifts this one deep towards left. Giving chase in the corner is Lindsay. One-handed snag, and the inning will come to a close. So for Lugo and company, they face one above the minimum. When we come back, the Gators coming up to the plate here in Gainesville. Welcome back to Gainesville. There you see the starting lineup for Tim Walton's Gators in season number 15 for Florida. We mentioned 900 wins for Coach Walton in the opening. And when you take a look at this lineup, Francesca, the production from the top of the order has been spectacular so far.
I think that's what we expected when you have veterans Hannah Adams and Kendall Lindemann up at that top, and now just looking for production at that bottom of the lineup. That is key, and it's being anchored down by the shortstop in Reynoso, trying to get things started down there.
The pitcher for Jacksonville will be Alyssa Bilodeau. Steps into the circle. There you see her numbers, a 1.4 ERA. That's best on the team. The ace will step in for Jacksonville to face off against the leadoff hitter Adams. The first pitch away from Jacksonville. So for Bilodeau, voted preseason pitcher of the year for 2019, is the ASUN strikeout leader with 44 this season.
And she's someone who produces a lot of strikeouts because she throws at a very high velocity. She's going to top out around 67, 68 at times, but she doesn't have too much movement with it. And that's where she gets in trouble because it's high velo. If you can catch up with it, the ball's going to go far.
And it'll be a hitter's count on Hannah Adams. She's somebody who, at the end of last season for Florida, really started to turn a corner and became a big factor in this lineup. Now finds herself an anchor for Florida's offense. .3-0 from Bilodeau. That'll be high, ball 4. So both teams with leadoff base runners. Let's see what the Gators can do with it. So bring up the righty Kendall Lindemann. He's racked up quite a number of career honors. The 3-time All-American, 2019 All-SEC first team selection, a transfer from Minnesota. And strike one to Lindemann. For Kendall Lindemann, had a solid weekend at the Bumbling Invitational. On the entire week was .450 at the plate with 3 RBI. Drew 4 walks as well. Went 1 for 3 last time out against Florida A&M. Currently riding an 11-game hit streak. That's a career high for her. Now facing 0-2.
I love the response from Bilodeau after giving up 4 straight balls to Adams. You come out hot right against Lindemann, getting that 0-2. Now, if you can put her away, now that is going to give you some confidence in that circle.
0-2 to Lindemann. Lindemann lifts one deep towards left field at the warning track, and it's off the scoreboard. Gators off to a racing start. A 2-run shot from Kendall Lindemann.
kind of preluded to it. Bilodeau gives up that long ball very often because of that high velocity. You have an 0-2 count. You cannot leave that ball anywhere over the middle of the plate. That ball needs to be in the backstop before it needs to be anywhere on that white part. And because of that experience and the power that Kendall Lindemann has, of course she's going to knock it over the fence for her second home run of her season.
Kendall Lindemann among the leaders a season ago in long balls, and she adds another. 2-0 Gators in the bottom of the first. That'll bring up Charla Eccles, who we talked about. She's a long ball threat in her own right. And Florida getting two big transfers over these last couple of years. They got Lindemann last year from Minnesota, Charla Eccles from Michigan State, both out of the Big Ten. And one of the questions for Florida coming into this year was, how can you fill the void of Amanda Lorenz departing for graduation? One of the best to ever wear the uniform for Florida. And the answer has resoundingly been the play of Charla Eccles. She has been one of the nation's best through the first 12 games for Florida. Eccles lifts this one high, deep to right field, and it is well out of the ballpark. How about another home run for Charla Eccles? She's got 5 on the season, and it's 3-0 Florida.